My mom found that the puppy went outside to play but did not bring her legs. She went over and saw that the twins had eaten them, so she covered the cellar and locked it with a chain. After all, children are still young and do not know what to do, so they grow up a little better. But at that moment, a kind-hearted courier arrived outside. He heard the child's scream coming from the cellar. The courier quickly opened the baffle of the vent. He decided to go in and take a look. He was so scared that he quickly fled. These two children are so rude. The eager courier as dinner. 30 years later, the twins grew up. Mom is also getting older while feeding them. My mom slipped and fell down the stairs with her food. What's even more disturbing for the mother is that the two brothers thought they were having an extra meal today. A bus drove into the woods in this village. The bus was full of high school students who did nothing because they played on their phones all day. Sent by their families to overcome internet addiction, 6 groups of 6 are randomly divided to follow the teacher on a wilderness survival experience. This small team of big beauties immediately noticed that the handsome boy had a crush on her. When the tent was set up, the pretty girl started to pout. The wrench was too heavy for her to hold, so the handsome man rushed to help. At night, she quietly asked him to go to the lake, offer to make love. 3 minutes later, the big pretty disappointed to leave. The handsome man retrieved the secretly hidden cell phone. I started researching online to find out why he ended up so quickly. He was completely oblivious to his twin brothers standing in front of him. One person grabbed a sleeping bag, dragged it to a large tree next to them, and smashed it. The next morning, we found that the handsome man was missing. I went to the lake to find it, but Sarah soon found blood on the tree. So the teacher told Big Pretty and Curly to stay where they were and wait. Sarah and Fatty went to the woods to search for something. They soon discovered the house where the twins lived, but no one was inside. But there was a movement in the basement. The teacher and Sarah went down to investigate. The handsome man lying on the ground is no longer handsome. At that moment, my brother came home and Fatty was so scared that he hid in the cellar, or was found. The teacher rushed to open the vent. Let Sarah and Fatty come first. But when it was her turn, the handsome man's cell phone rang in his pants pocket. At that moment, the teacher made a bold decision. Use a stick to scare each other away, and then take the phone to call for help. 3 seconds later, the teacher arrived at the end of the journey ahead of schedule. Sarah and Fatty ran back to meet up with their friends, but they were unaware that the two individuals encountered twin brothers. Beauty does not even have the chance to pamper. Curly ran fast and was lucky enough to find a church, but the priest did not believe in monsters. He reached out and touched Curly, telling him not to worry, and then smashed him unconscious. He woke up again and was already tied up. The priest said to him with a kind smile, "You're a charming little thing." At that moment, the crusher outside the church started. The priest was a bit puzzled and went up to investigate. He was grabbed by his brother who suddenly appeared. He was thrown into the shredder, leaving behind only a pair of shoes. The curly hair in the church took advantage of the opportunity to break free from its bonds, search for a place to hide, but ultimately failed to escape the clutches of the twins. Sarah realized that her teammates had all left and there was little chance of escaping the forest on foot. So she went back outside the house and gave Fatty a fruit knife. Let Fatty attract the monster's attention so she can steal the phone. But Fatty was too timid to do so. Sarah did not say anything and went up and kissed the little fat. Fatty had never been kissed by a girl. At that moment, he was completely dizzy, clanging at the door of the monster's room. Cursing, Sarah quickly dug in as she waited for the monster to climb the stairs. But when she picked up the phone and turned her head to the other side, she was looking straight at her. Sarah turned around and went out again, but there was no chance. She was lifted up in a chokehold and nearly passed out. Fatty rushed over and stabbed the monster with a knife. So, in a fit of anger, the monster threw Sarah to the ground. Also, Fatty was rewarded with a kiss. When Sarah woke up again, her feet were locked. Fatty's tongue also disappeared and slowly died in her arms. She quickly grabbed her cell phone to call, but realized there was an opening code. Miraculously, she used a fruit knife to turn the lock hole. Finally, she really turned it up. She could have just run away, but the more she thought about it, the angrier she got. So she grabbed a machete and went upstairs. She found the monster sleeping and quietly went to the bedside. Revenge for the teammate's death. I ran through the woods for 3 days and 3 nights. Finally running into a patrol car, the patrolman rushed to take her to the hospital, but there seemed to be an issue halfway there. Get out of the car and see the original twin brother. The monster attacked the patrolman with an axe. Sarah quickly switched to the driver's seat, slammed on the gas, and reversed the car, causing it to crash over. At that moment, the monster did not expect the female driver, who didn't have a driver's license, to be so strong. At the end of the story, Sarah drove away on her own.